Good morning. It is an opportunity that we thank you for basically tuning in at Cityscope TV. This is the home for conversation and also a place where you get all that attaches to your completeness. Basically, call it the conversation that revolves your physical life, your spiritual, and also economical life. This day, we are actually going to connect with you on the topic called youth and relationship at Kombaga. We have actually changed the lingo from the Luo to English so that we can be able to help our upcoming generation to handle life in an accurate way. Essentially, you can communicate to us on our SMS number that is basically on the screen there. Our SMS number is 24510. That is the number that is on the screen there. You can actually connect with us, tell us your view regarding relationship. And the question we are asking you, what parameters do you always use to determine an healthy versus healthy relationship as youth? What parameters do you always use to basically differentiate between unhealthy and healthy relationship? That is basically the we would like to interact with you. Give us your view through the numbers rolling down the screen. Remember, you can also follow us on our YouTube channel, that is Cityscope TV, and also to our Facebook page, Cityscope TV, and we will be able to read, sample some of your comments as we go along. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am joined with my colleague Rebecca Awino. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I see today you're very happy, jovial. I think this is a topic that it really gives you some moment of agitation. You feel like leo tunakutana na vijana.
Exactly.
How is your morning?
Very well.
Yeah. Take us to basically, if we look at how you handle your youth, how was it?
Handling youth is not that easy. Personally, I have youths in my house.
Okay.
It's very hectic.
It's very hectic.
It's very hectic.
Particularly the Gen Z.
The Gen Z, I tell you, and Alpha is also coming.
Alpha is also coming.
Yeah.
And the Alpha, compared to Gen Z, we see Alpha is so much intelligent. They are so much intelligent and they're so inquisitive.
Yes.
To the point that if you don't have a lot of content to give them answer, you can find yourself hanging on a very wrong wing scale. Now, if you begin with relationship attaches to youth,
Yeah.
when do we start the conversation of relationship with youth?
Okay, for us to help the youth in matters concerning relationship, we really need to start earlier. Why do I say earlier? When you wait too much, you will find that the youth's brain has already been saturated with so many things that are not really wanted, okay? So, it's good to start as early as 9 years.
9 years?
Yes.
That is when the conversation for relationships should start.
Yes.
Now, at 9 years, what kind of conversation should it start with?
Okay, you need to tell them the kind of relationship they should be having with their friends. Because we cannot say that the boy child or the girl child, they're not interacting. They interact. Either in school, in churches, in playgrounds, they do interact. So the earlier, the better.
The earlier the better.
Yes.
Essentially now, this 9-year-old child, now, what kind of pillars should you be involving in terms of your conversation with him or her, owing to cognizance that we do always say that this age is very premature age as compared to the ages that perhaps we traditionally believe put it right to discuss. At what pillars should communication revolve around to this 9-year-old child?
Okay, the 9-year-old child should be able to detect that whatever my friend is telling me is wrong. Because my mom said this, my dad said this. When I do this, this is wrong. When I do this, this is right. He or she should be able to do what is right at the expected time. Okay? This is whereby when he or she has a friend, at 9 years, he or she should be able to know that this friend of mine is doing whatever our family values are based on, or this one is going to misguide me. So when you have that open relationship at earlier age, you give them that time with you and they become open-minded, in that whenever something happens to them outside, they'll come back and tell you. They will not be afraid. But if you wait too long, the child will be wondering that, hey, now so-and-so was telling me, is it right? And if it's not right, who can I go and indulge this matter with? Are you getting me? So if you create that arena earlier, it will be easier for them to cope with any challenge they get outside there. Yeah.
So it means that parenting is playing a pivotal role in basically helping children to have a good direction in terms of relationship. Exactly. Whenever they grow up. Yeah. Now, for example, a parent who is working in Nakuru, and the mother is working in Nakuru, and the father is working in Mombasa, and the child has been exposed to a maid. The maid is the one who is handling the child at the age of 9 years. What kind of result are we expecting to have to this child, owing to cognizance that the parents are never around?
Okay, in cases where parents are never around, we do normally get a lot of challenges with the children, because you can find that your maid is doing some weird things to your children. Are you getting me? And there will be no connection between you and that child. Whereby we find that, okay, this matter of hustling, it really makes parents to be very, very busy. But however busy you are, create time with your child. Create time. Have that rapport with them. Whether through phone, ask them what happened in that day. Yani indulge them daily. Yeah.
And essentially, if this child never gets such kind of environment, what result are we expecting to see at the end? Because you've said that the basic age bracket that communication and relationship should begin should be 9 years. Now, if this child is not exposed to this conversation because of the absenteeism of the parent, what exactly are we expecting to see at the end in terms of relationship handling with this kind of a child?
When you are absent in the child's growth, my friend, you will get it very difficult, because this child will be rebellious. Why do I say this? Imagine I am the child. I've been living freestyle. No, don't do this, do this. I'll cane you there. I don't want you to do that. Then, when I reach 18, you start coming in and tell me that, you know, from today, I don't want you to watch the TV. Today, I don't want you to go outside with your friends. Today, I don't want you to walk with so-and-so. This child will become rebellious. Whether you like it or not, there will be rebellion in your house, because there is no connection. You did not start earlier enough for the child to know that we have some norms to be followed in our house, or my parents want me to do this. There is a limit of whatever I'm doing. Are you getting me? Without that, it will be so difficult in the house.
It will be so difficult in the house. Now, basically now you've said 9 years, the beginning of communication regarding relationship begins. And essentially, if I can actually do survey regarding the kind of our youth that we are having today, it means that parenting is playing 99% role in making shape of our youths in relationships.
Yes.
Now, the question that I'm asking is this, that you find out a youth basically in Islam. How should be these youths this youth handled? Because you find out the youth is interacting with friends in the morning, you find they are moving from one town to another. Because I happen to grow in Salam, Kibra. What kind of parenting should a youth in Salam be brought up with, owing to cognizance that the environment is so polarized with many, many things that are coming in Islam? What kind of parenting should a parent apply to this kind of a child who is getting to a youth stage?
Okay, you know, in Islam, as a parent, you need to make that child to understand the reality of life. Even as much as we are in slums, this is how we should be living. Whether in slum, whether you are in posh areas, I think the rules can just apply to both, irrespective of where you're coming from, okay? Because we cannot say that those who are in slum, those are not people. They are. And it's only that life can happen in very different ways. So when it gets you there, just embrace it the way it is. Embrace your life and move on. Whatever I know that parental guidance, it cuts across, whether you are in posh area or in some area. So in slum, just give them what to be followed and what should not be followed. If it's a matter of drugs, because we find that in slums, there are so many things which are being abused. Like, when we talk of abusing the drugs among the youths, we find that in slum, it's highly there. Why? Most of them, youths, maybe some youths are just idling. So you have to tell them the effect of these drugs earlier.
Effects of these drugs earlier. Now, basically talking about relationship, you know, at 9 years, you say very well that this one should be done quite well, and parenting does not actually answer the question of where, but it answers the question of accountability to your child and to the person that you want to come out from the child. Now, basically, to this age of 13 years to 17 years, you know, this is the age whereby there is adolescent stage. There are signs and symptoms, signs of adolescence for both boys and girls. Now, how should a parent handle this? Because this one is so critical. This is the stage that is critical before we get to the relationship attached to this age of 13 to 17, because 13 to 17 years, they are still under the care of their parents. Now, how should parenting be done to that kind of age frame, 13 years to 17 years?
Okay. As I had said, when you start earlier, you really need not to be worried, because you find that you will, after creating this good environment or the good rapport between you and the child, you will be growing together. You will help the child to grow in relationship, because the child will be so open with you in that he or she can discuss anything in his or her life. Why do I say this? Starting earlier, make this child to be confident. And you as a parent, it gives you some confidence also with the child. Yeah? Starting earlier and growing with the child will help you to tackle him or her at 13 and also focus at 17 as you go towards adulthood, which starts by 18. Yes.
Now let us now get to this, the animal living, the youth and relationship, but the main target of our discussion today.
Yes.
Now, when do we say a youth is in a healthy relationship? When do you say a youth is in a healthy relationship based on this age of 13 to maybe 35 years? When do we say a youth is in a healthy relationship that perhaps doesn't lead to something that is dangerous to this youth? When do we say that a youth is in a healthy relationship?
Okay, in a healthy relationship, when a youth is in a healthy relationship, first, you will see that there is trust between that youth. Okay, in that relationship, there will be trust, there will be respect, yeah? And there will be boundaries. Are you getting me? This whereby, even if it is boy-girl relationship, there will be trust between the two.
So it means
There will be
just
respect.
a little bit.
Yeah.
So it means that you endorse the youths who are boys to have romantic relationship with a girl.
You know, there are things that comes naturally. Not that I'm endorsing, but these things comes naturally. We cannot refuse that they will not be there. It just cause, you see, there is no day you will start. Let me say, if you have a boy child, there's no single day you will now come and start helping him how to move on with the girls. Yani, that attraction of opposite sex, it just comes naturally. There's that thing of awareness. A girl becomes aware that I'm beautifully made. And a boy can also recognize that, oh, this girl is wonderfully made. Yeah, these things just comes naturally.
So you support, at what age should a youth start engaging in romantic relationship? Because I see you saying something that is perhaps attached to. If you're a boy, just go on. If you're a girl,
No. You know, when there's a relationship between a boy and a girl, I've not said that they indulge in
romance.
In romance. I've not said that. But it depends.
So it means as the healthy relationship is concerned, as far as it's concerned, it means that the conversation revolves around how healthy is the relationship in terms of the boy should view the girl as a sister, so that there is no the attraction, and always very dangerous if perhaps not handled well.
But do you know what? If you have the youths, just tell them the reality. There are things we cannot run away from. That indulging in romance, it's there. And you can find that mostly in this era of social media, so many things are happening behind our backs as parents. You find that many youths has these gadgets, the phones. And whatever they are watching in the phones, my friend, you cannot fathom. You cannot. Given the chance to go through that phone, you can faint as a parent. Believe you me. Yeah.
So as a parent, they need guidance.
They need guidance.
So that they can be able to get into healthy relationships.
Yes.
Now, just by your guidance, what pillars should they have so that they can be able to trade carefully in relationships that perhaps attaches them, be either a boy and a girl? What kind of pillars should they be having so that they don't end up falling into a victimized situation between them or amongst them? What kind of pillars should they have as the boys and girls in that stage?
Okay, as a parent, we have to talk about the drugs. We have to talk about sex. Because whether we like it or not, they'll try to venture into those areas. Let's talk reality. Tell the girl child that if you indulge in premarital sex, you're likely to get pregnant and get diseases. Tell the boy child, if you indulge in this, you will make someone's girl pregnant, you will be father at earlier stage, and you can also get diseases. Because the more we try not to talk about sex among the youths, the more they continue to indulge in it. And Imagine they go through it even without protection. Some just go that due to peer pressure. I want to try. Or so and so had done it. What about me? I want to feel it. Yeah. So we have to talk about these things openly for us to help the youth. We have to tell them the effects of doing these things early enough.
Early enough.
Yeah.
Now, essentially, now when you talk about the sex and drugs, that is perhaps the most challenging things that happens around youths. Basically, have you ever encountered youths that have been exposed to such an environment whereby they were trying to put themselves in the cage of I will not do it, then they find themselves doing it?
Yeah. I have.
What was the experience?
Okay, some are very remorseful because that's not the way they want it to go. But due to peer pressure, they found themselves doing it. Some are very, very remorseful. But now, for you to help that child, what you need to do, go down and understand his situation or her situation. Put yourself in his shoes. Don't be abusive. You have to be positive with the victim. Because if you become rebellious with this child, that child will now do it openly and he will do it to revenge. Yeah, there's revenge. And you find that in such cases, they can never be helped in normal life again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the question I'm asking you, what role does good actions play in enhancing healthy relationships amongst the youth, particularly the parents? Because, you know, a parent cannot actually preach water and take wine, then he tells the child not to do, that youth rather, not to do what exactly he's doing. You cannot actually tell your youth not to smoke yet.
You're smoking.
You're smoking. You cannot actually tell your youth, don't do this yet. What you are telling them not to do, you are doing. What exactly does our actions as parents play in making healthy relationships to exist amongst the youths?
Okay, as a parent, you are answerable to the youth's life. You are. That's why you are a parent. Are you getting me? All the examples that this youth is learning, the first example is you. So, there is no way you will preach for me wine. You will preach water as you take wine. So, parents have to be very, very careful when dealing with their children or the youth.
The action side.
The actions.
What role does it play in terms of enhancing healthy relationships amongst the youths? The action of the parents is essential, because what you see in your parent plays 100% emulation. For example, there's a time in which there was a youth that I was engaging. Then I questioned the youth, why do you do this? Then the youth told me that I do it because my parents have been doing it. So I don't see it worth to abandon it, because it is a culture
It's normal. It's normal to the youth.
Now, how does it, what role does actions play in terms of making youths to have healthy relationships?
As I had said, that you are the example to the child.
Yes.
Whatever you do will be imitated by the child. So we have to be very careful on whatever we are doing. Yeah.
It should be something that brings some integrity.
Yeah.
Number two, to schools, because we find out that perhaps there are cases of teachers that have been involved into relationships with the youths who are essentially in schools. Perhaps you find a teacher saying, oh, you are so beautiful, then eventually the impregnation happens, or a teaching madam put on wrongly there's no decency in terms of dressing. Now, what role should the teachers play in enhancing the healthy relationships amongst the youths that attends the educational pursuit in their schools?
Okay. You know, at home, parents are the guiders of the youth. In school, it's teachers to guide the youth or the children. When I bring my child to your school, I'm trusting you with my child. Okay? Do not spoil my child. But you know, there are people just who have weird character. Because as a trained teacher, you should not involve yourself in teacher-student or teacher-pupil unhealthy relationship. Because even according to TSC rules, it should not be there. It's only that people's character differs. It differs, though TSC has really tried, because if such culprits are gotten in schools, the penalization is also so high. Yeah. In fact, your services can be terminated for the rest of your life. Yeah.
And to me, what exactly is happening is that teachers should be like the parents of the pupils and the students, because if a parent takes his or a child to you as the person that can guide him or her, you should take that as a steward-based relationship model, whereby you look this child as somebody whose future depends on your guidance. Yeah. But if you take an advantage of saying, come to my house, I teach you how to handle this assignment, yet school is the place where this assignment should be handled, then there is a weird nature of character that is being depicted by such teacher. And basically, teachers should also play the role of reminding the pupils and the students rather on their future, because what they do today determines the kind of future they are going to have. Number two, they should always create an environment of discussion, the environment of conversation, talking every time, reminding them every time. And when they do that conversations, it will really make these students and pupils up to date on the changes that are happening in the society. Then number three, they should be bringing the resource persons, rather, people that can talk to these children, because youths, they always need information every now and then. Now, basically, Rebecca, having said that, being that you have interacted with youth, and essentially I think, and I believe that you come from a church setup, whereby you are trained and raised as a person that fears God. Now, what role should the church play in enhancing healthy relationships amongst the youth?
Okay, the church plays a bigger role, because mostly that's where we build our morality. So I think the church should really organize many seminars for the youth, where experts are brought to talk about such topics. Yeah.
The experts should be brought in the church.
Yes.
The pastor is not enough to handle it?
No, I've not said that. I've not said that. But if the pastor is expert in that area, we have pastors, yes. But they can be experts in certain areas. Yeah. But if you can talk to the youth, you're well to go. Talk to them.
You're well to go.
Yeah.
Now, the question I'm asking before we go to the break is this, that now to these youths, what should they be their roles in making sure that they have healthy relationships? Because we have actually explored the church, the school, the parents having good actions and being role models. What role should the youths play in making sure that they have healthy relationships, or they land into healthy relationships? What should they be doing, perhaps?
Okay, what the youth need to know that in any relationship, when you detect that there's controlling behavior, there's jealousy, there's abusive, there's excessive criticism, that relationship is very unhealthy and very abusive. Run away from it. Yeah. Because you can find that we as youth group, we have classes, okay? First, we came up as a youth group, but you find that somebody comes and starts saying that, no, as we are coming from rich families, you are not coming from rich families. Then they start that criticism. When there's that excessive criticism, where each and every time I want to criticize how you are dressed, how you are walking, how you are doing everything, that is very, very unhealthy relationship. When there's also jealousy in it, run. And our youths need to know that whatever happens in this relationship, it is never, never, never the end of everything. Because we find that when the youth indulge with each other, most of the opposite sex, we find suicide being very rampant between the youth. Why? Because maybe it is your first time to have somebody you value. Maybe it is the first time. What I can tell the youth that life is still continuing. You are still young. Don't die, don't kill yourself. Let's continue with life.
Mm-hmm. And to me, what I can add on what you've actually said, that a youth should actually engage his stages wisely, because perhaps, you know, me, for example, if I'm in secondary school, I should not be thinking on having a romantic relationship. I should be thinking on how to achieve my dream in my educational journey. Then engage myself into something that is really making sense to my stage, because you cannot throw 2 stones at a go to one bird. You want to chase many birds at a go. You want to throw stones to different birds. You have to focus on one bird at a go. That means number one. Number two, the kind of perspective they need to have is that they need to have the knowledge of the repercussions of every action they want to engage into, because anything you do on earth, there is ever a repercussion on it. Yeah. Then number three, they should always enroll to an environment whereby there is mature relationship, whereby they need to enroll to mentorship, because a youth that is ever mentored will never miss the point. But a youth that actually listens to his or her fellow youths, basically it is not very easy for these youth to navigate the storm, to navigate through the storm of challenges of life. For example, you as Rebecca, the age span which you have, if a youth enrolls himself or herself to you, it is basically a very mature advices that will be fed to this youth. But take, for example, a youth that is relating to having a structured relationship to somebody who is a role model, a bad role model to society. It is eventually this youth is not going to make it to any point. Then I think something that should be giving a very powerful push to a youth is the aspect of the youth should be focused on bringing some changes to the family. If a youth comes from a slum-based, your parent wakes up early in the morning, going to do some manual jobs, you need to say that, I'm the one to change the narrative in this family. Then how can I change the narrative if I bring a burden to my parents? My parents are struggling to feed us, to actually pay us our bills, like the fees, like the buy us clothes, and even get us food. Yet I am a girl who is engaging into erroneous activities like sexual engagements at that stage. It is actually going to bring some shame to my parents. So a youth should actually say, I have a responsibility to play for my family. I need to focus my attention towards their future. The question I would like to ask you, Mama, I'm sorry, Mama is not the right word.
But Mama Java,
your
Mama
mama.
Castro, Mama Mercy Gladys,
Mercy
Mama,
Gladys.
Mama Megan. Yeah.
When should a youth start thinking on marriage? What right age should a youth start the mind or start up the mind of getting into marriage?
Okay, before we go there, before we reach there, I've just heard you advising the youth
Yes, yes.
to be indulging in activities that can help them achieve better future, help them uplift the family.
Yes, yes.
Us as parents, we have roles to play there
Okay, okay.
because we will be the rotating eye behind the youth. We have to see, we have to give them guidelines. Please, as a parent, always know where your child is. Always know the kind of friends he or she is associating with. Okay? Always know the activities they're indulging with him. Because these youths need guidance. They really do. A youth can be so good, but there is no guidance. He or she will be carried away with peer pressure. But if you are a parent and you are guiding this youth, that please, if you have your free time, go to the football pitch, go and play, because they're energetic. If they don't get where to take this energy, my
They
friend,
will apply it wrongly.
they will apply it wrongly. They will. This goes to all parents and all youths. Whether you like it or not, if you don't put this energy somewhere, we will cry tomorrow. Yeah. So, most so during the holidays, know where your child is. Whatever they are doing, they have to report to you. You know, there are cases whereby parents have left their roles in the hands of the children that, that son of mine,
It's harder to handle.
yeah, I don't know how to handle him, or I can't.
Let him do what he wants.
Let him do whatever he wants. Now, when you leave that child to do whatever he wants, surely that child will do whatever he or she wants, and tomorrow it's you to be blamed.
Now, basically, Rebecca, when it comes to the parents that are heckling their youths, they have wrong communication skill in handling their youths, what kind of youth are they giving birth to? Because a youth, anytime a mistake is done, you just heckle, you just abuse, you just say words that are so bitter. What kind of youths is that environment trying to produce or going to produce?
When you do that to the youth or to the child, this child will become rebellious, because it will reach a time whereby he or she has grown, that whether you are guiding or not, they'll continue doing their things. So please, be a parent.
Be a parent.
Be a parent. You know, there's this issue whereby some people think that when I provide shelter, food, and
fees.
schooling, that is enough. My friend, that is never enough. It's not. Indulge this child in a dialogue. Have time, create time with this child. Create time with the child. If you don't create that time now, tomorrow is coming when you need this child.
Or this child will turn to be a weapon
The
against
child
you.
will be so busy for you.
Engaging into nasty things.
Yes, yes. He'll tell you that, Dad, when we were growing, or Mom, when we were growing, we never saw you. You were so busy. Please, be busy. Are you getting me? Because, you know, Okuma, in this life, whatever goes around,
Turns round.
it turns around. It turns around. And before age catches up with us, do something. Because old age is also coming. If you don't tune this youth in a good channel with you, you will see dust.
You will see dust.
I tell you.
And when dust settles on the
Oh,
shelf,
my friend.
what happens? It becomes so formidable to handle them. At
I
the
tell
age
you.
that,
Yeah.
Basically, we are coming back after this short break that we want to discuss on when should a youth initiate the process of marriage. Then at what angle should the parent take it when a youth comes with the issue that I want to get married, and at what age? Because there are ages whereby a youth is still at 17 years or 18 years or tuseme is 16 years at form 2, then anapata mchali kule mahali panaitwa ghetto, amefichwa huko, amefichwa huko, wanaweka disco, wanaweka reggae, wanacheza, wanashikisha. They are really in that atmosphere of chewing mogoka. Then anasema mimi nimeshapata bwana.
Na kuwa na shisha.
Na shisha hapo. Thank you so much, Avio. Basically, we are hanging together today basically on the relationship among its youth. That is our main center point of our discussion. And the question we are asking you, what parameters do you use to differentiate healthy versus unhealthy relationships? Perhaps what are the parameters do you use? What parameters do you use to differentiate healthy and unhealthy relationship? Talk to us through the numbers rolling on the screen. And also you can go to our Facebook page, write to us, tell us your reaction or your comment regarding the question we have raised. And essentially, if our director, perhaps there are SMSs that are perhaps being sent, you can actually help us to basically read them so that we can be able to understand the questions raised by the youth watching this program. And also parents are very crucial in terms of listening and watching this kind of program. We in just a few, we are returning back with our segment, other areas of our discussion. Don't go too far. Stay tuned at Cityscope TV. Thank you for keeping it locked here at Cityscope TV. Remember, today is on Friday and we are hanging up with you in the conversation that surrounds youth and relationship. Remember, we asked you a question: what kind of parameters do you use to differentiate unhealthy versus healthy relationships as a youth? What parameters do you use to differentiate healthy versus unhealthy relationship as the youth? Remember, I have Rebecca. Rebecca, you know, is very, very deep and diverse. You're very diverse in terms of handling youths. Now, we promised our viewer that when we come back, we shall continue the discussion on when should a youth begin the conversation of marriage.
Okay. When a youth wants to begin the conversation of marriage, it will really depend. Why do I say that it depends on some few areas? Because if we had talked of starting the relationship between the parent and the child at 9 years. When you start telling them about relationship, when you build it to 18, you will tell the youth that now you are at 18. And in fact, when they reach 18, they normally feel that their life has now started. Because according to our constitution, they become adult at 18, because that's what is being recognized in the constitution, right? Now, for them to start talking about marriage, there's some issues that you have to put in place as a parent. Ask the youth that, okay, age-wise, you are already 18.
18 years.
Yeah, that means you have started being an adult.
Yes.
We are welcoming you to adulthood at 18. Now, if you are talking about marriage, what have you achieved? They should have achieved something, because when you want to marry, because you have already reached 18, how will you help your family? Because reaching the age of 18 does not give you the right or will not provide food for your young family. So, there are things in life that you need to achieve. For example, in your education. What have you achieved? Are you through with your education? Yeah. And what are you doing in terms of economic? And whoever you want to marry, how ready is she or he to get married? Yeah.
To handle, because marriage is not
it's not a joke.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a walk on the park. It really needs some preparation, psychological, physically, and also emotionally. Now, in terms of emotional preparedness, because we find that you want to get married to somebody you never grew up with.
Yeah.
Then you just come to your parents and tell, mimi naona kama nimetoshea mboga kuoa. Now, in terms of the challenges, emotional challenges, whereby they don't know how to handle things to do with marriage, how should, when do we say a youth is mature emotionally?
When a youth is mature
for marriage.
For marriage.
Yeah.
It still depends, because some people, due to life can really make you mature earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Or some matures late. So that one depends with how you are brought up and the environment you are in.
That you are in.
Yeah.
Now, basically, a youth that perhaps gets into marriage without having the factors that you've considered, what kind of results is this youth getting to or landing to? What results is this youth landing to?
Okay, when a youth just starts marriage, that me I'm marrying because my peers have married, I'm also marrying. That youth will be very, very frustrated with life. Why? Because he or she entered that marriage because others are doing it or others have done it. Hence, there was no preparedness. Are we together? Yeah. They did not prepare. First, you'll find that, let me say, if we are in that youth, you are 18, I'm 18. We are married today. There's nowhere you're hustling, as whatever we can do is just, when morning comes, we just sit down, we make stories, we laugh, at night we sleep. I tell you, without fear or favor, within a minute, we'll be expecting our first child. Imagine you are expecting a child without any income. This will result to abusiveness, whereby, as a woman, I'll be expecting you to be my provider. And on the other hand, you cannot provide because you are not prepared. You only thought that marriages bringing the girl to your house and starting sleeping with her.
That is the mindset that you have. It is beyond that.
It's beyond that. Yeah. Because kitambo, we used to have that come we stay kind of thing. But you know, those people of kitambo, they had some pangilio whereby mtu akishaoa lazima bwana ajitume. Unanipata? But youths of today, it's somehow so weird because unapata bwana ameoa ataki kufanya kazi. Yeah.
Really?
Ataki kufanya kazi.
Ataka pate pesa wapi? Ama msichana aenda afanye.
Msichana aende atafute.
So it means between them, who has married the other?
It's so difficult.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hectic. Among the youth today, it's very hectic.
Now talk to the youth that are in university. Perhaps they have cohabitated with a girl, ameleta kwa nyumba na pesa school fees ndio inakulwa kwa nyumba.
Nakwambia.
So what kind of this youth, what kind of life is this youth preparing to land himself into?
Okay, in a scenario whereby the university students come up and they cohabitate, whoever gets it difficult in the long run, more so are ladies. Because imagine this boy is attending his classes on daily basis. And you are here, instead of studying, you are here doing wifey duty to your classmate. When time of graduation comes, will you graduate as a wife?
Basically, you graduate as a student, but
you will not graduate as a student because you are not attending the classes.
For sure.
Yeah, you are a wife. That's what you are doing. And imagine some does this, yet in their background, where they came from, my friend, the parents sold the only piece of land for you to go and achieve something. Then, when you come to the university, you indulge yourself in weird characters. First, you forget where you came from. Then, you elevate yourself to be high class. Imagine, you're elevating yourself to be high class with the money that was gotten from that piece of land.
That piece of land, yeah.
Yeah, it's so sad.
So basically, in terms of this kind of, we just say that a youth must complete his achievements, for example, his education, then get something that perhaps can be providing.
Exactly.
Because if you cannot provide for yourself, you cannot provide for another.
Yeah.
Then another thing is that psychologically, you should not think marriage is all about getting a lady or a lady getting a man to just cohabitate. It is beyond that.
It is beyond that.
Because there's an age in which when you reach, you'll be waking up early in the morning. Somebody is asking the tea in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, then evening supper.
And let me tell you, Mr. Kuma, today, a child is very, very expensive.
Very expensive.
Very expensive. Because you want to buy Pampers, most of these Pampers thing.
Very expensive.
It's very expensive.
And you have to buy it thrice. And when the child is actually experiencing some free waste, I don't know which kind of word should I use. Ile wakati meno zinatoka sijui nini vitu anatoa vitu. You can use 6 Pampers per day.
Yeah. A child is very expensive.
Yes, yes.
Believe you me. So as a youth, before you bring in another creature to the world, tafadhali jipange sawa sawa.
Jipange, funga mshipi.
Jipange kabisa. Jipange. Yeah. And as parents, let's tell this youth the reality.
The realities.
Yeah. Me, I don't want to carry your burden. I don't want to carry your burden because I'm carrying my burden. I have my burden. Please, don't burden me again. Don't. If I've already talked to you from age 9, 13, 17, 18,
20. Or your talk
then
ends at
tomorrow
18.
you want to do opposite of what I used to tell you. My friend, you will carry your burden. You will surely carry your burden.
What if she comes with your
That's
grandie?
that's what I'm coming to.
Yes.
Because Okuma, I've been guiding you. I have been talking to you. I've been pleading with you to do the right thing. Then
You come with your own things.
you come with your own things, my friend, and start telling me that now, mom.
Mimi nimeanguka, nimechwanyere.
How
And
now?
even
How?
she will not tell you.
How?
She would, because you will only determine that with the signs and symptoms that you see.
Yeah, but me, okay, my youth,
How
I
about
always
you?
tell them that. My friend, as a daughter, don't add me another burden. I'm begging you, don't.
Kikimelo
Because
sigo.
okabitingo. Okabitingo.
You don't want to sigo.
Okadwaro.
And this is your own burden.
No, that's not my burden. You know, you as my son or as my girl, you are my burden.
Yes.
Your child
Is your burden.
is your burden. Believe me, your child is your burden. Because we find that youths have really frustrated their parents.
Until their parents have contemplated suicide.
Imagine, because
Yani janyuol dere.
janyuol dere. Why? Janyuol dere ni kachango. Nyathi odhi onyuol omo ich. Itero nyathi osomo. Iwinja. Kar somo
Obeto
oduogo
feasted.
gi ich.
Okotiyo kada school.
Kata secondary kotieko.
Oduogo
Oduogo gi ich.
Charan emitere. Charan.
Kasto ineno ni nyathina ni noteleza we akaw ne nyathini mondo otimre nade odog e skul.
Dukanye mobro paro timo gicha.
Osiepna pok otieko. Another ich.
Odonjo. Mano koro tugo.
Ing'e gimomiyo engineering nodonji, chikiti maber, gimomiyo engineering nodonji. Ineno the first one, you tolerated, as a parent, you tolerated the first one. Mano miyo nyathini mijing'o.
To continue. Okay.
To kopiro gi the first one, okadagi, education should continue.
Yes.
Okatamora.
You can tolerate the first one.
I can tolerate. To okadi tolerate as easy as you think.
Yes.
Osiepna ibro bet piny, ibro piro yini, mikete nyathino piny, mipire mochak wuoth. Okadhi fuone.
Kosomo University of Nairobi kucha.
Just come back. Again here, there's a situation mananeno ma janyuol usolo kaka na wacho cha.
Yes.
Otero nyathi ma nyako university. Kar mondo nyathi graduate, nyathi oduogo gi ich. Nyathini kano nyuol, ing'e gima dagi ne luonge. Degree wuothi. Degree luyoka.
Aito mano dongra.
Iwinjo, no luonge ni degree na. No tero min gi mondo yud degree.
To duogo ne degree.
Mae degree mobirogo. Iwinjo. Ipani sama janyuol ni ne luongo nyakware ni degree. Ipani en gimoro e chunyi.
Mano be janyuol no be rach. That parent is doing wrongly because this child is
Mondi. Ipani nyathini ni janyuol ni en gimoro.
Onge mor. But gimotimre gino osetimre degree osebiro. Koro gimonego otim degree ni monego riti. Nikech degree ni moko en hawi maduong'.
Ok noriembe.
Oluonge ni degree.
But noluonge ni degree.
PhD. Oluonge PhD.
PhD loraka. Then situation awacho ni nyathi omako ich to pok owinjo kata norms mag ich ni chal nade ma kata nyathine ni okodhodho. Iseringi duoke e school. Osiepna nyathini is not going to learn.
Iwachano.
Okodhi learn. Let nyathini learn through experience. Owinji ni nyathi konyuol.
Pampers. Gochne wuon nyathi.
To
wuon nyathi olal bose ya. Wuon nyathi koro koni ni nwang'eny. Seche go nwang'eny nitie.
Koro nwang'eny ero nosebedo. Nyathini ni opir nyathine. Ofu nindo. Mamine fuoge. Winji kaka fuoni nindo nitie. Winjo mantere school. Nyathi tuo, ang'ane otuo, kiny ring kode hospital.
Pes thieth.
Pes thieth miye pes thieth.
Okay.
Oter nyathi hospital. Yani, wewe experience
to koro sa motero thieth ni owuotho gi tiende kosi chulo ne apiko.
No, inyalo chulo ne apiko kata onya wuotho gi tiende.
Onego wuoth gi tiende go.
It depends ni hospital bor marom nade and the situation ma nyathini chal nade. Ineno.
Kori rito nyakwari. But en owuon kik iduoke school immediately. Nang'o ya?
Miye time gi nyathine ni morit nyathi.
Ma nyathi chak wacho dholuo ng'e pogo dayo.
Bas.
Gi min gi.
Okiduoke. Okawuondi, in a situation whereby nyithindo has really messed up their parents.
Okay.
Onyuola ni tap to mamo kawo nyathi to duoke
E school
immediately. Iwinjo? Nyathini pok otieko this form 4 course en gi ich machielo. Ich machielo ni biro
koro yaw mana sai.
Okawuondi biro nikech ang'o? Ok no experience macha. No neno ka ni kawo ne mayom.
Koro
amezoea yao hali ya kuzoea. Emomiyo matimore.
Now essentially the parents should actually expose the child, the youth, into an environment of understanding that what you did was not right.
Exactly.
Now basically you said, now let us get to a healthy relationship amongst the youth, because you find that there is an healthy relationship. Amejipata kwenye ndoa ambayo sio nzuri. Anapigwa, anagongwa, anapitia magumu to the point that anataka kujinyonga. Now what are the red flags of an healthy relationship that a youth should know that this is ujamaa, hata kama sana nataka tukue tunaendelea life, ujamaa demand zake ni because sababu unapata that you get a youth, for example, the main mission as to why anataka kuwa rafiki ya msichana, to be the friend of that guy, it is only to get the body. So red flag gani about a youth who is a female should have to detect this is a place that I can land to, which my mother told me that don't do this. If you do this, this will be the repercussion. Yes.
You know, as a youth, let me say, for example, you have talked of they have already indulged in some relationship, early marriage. If you see somebody who doesn't even know, they cannot clap for your achievement. They can't. They're over jealous. You find that you are my husband. We had gone to a competition and have achieved something. When I come back with my achievement, you are not happy. That is a red flag. Because you don't want my achievement. When you don't want my achievement, it's a big red flag. You should be happy for my achievement. When you are so jealous over me, where I cannot walk with your brothers, I cannot talk to your brothers, I cannot talk to my cousins, I cannot talk to my brothers.
Well,
over jealousy, that is another red flag. When you are abusive, abusiveness, you can be verbal or you can be physical. That is another red flag.
Run away from that relationship.
Run away from the relationship. And what I can also tell the youth is this.
Infidelity is also
a red flag. Where a man or a wife or a husband want to have multiple sex partners, run for your life.
That one is a red flag.
I don't know whether it is the reddest.
that one is a glowing red.
You think this is glowing?
Potassium nitrate and water. Run away from that.
Run away from that.
Okay.
Because Okuma, when you are over jealous, whereby I cannot interact with your brothers. how will we stay? Yeah. How will we stay? You know, when somebody is so jealous, even when I put on nicely, you will not appreciate me.
Hey.
Yes, you will not.
Even your mother, even that guy doesn't want your mother doesn't want any connection with your mother.
Yes.
Ukipiga simu, mama akipiga simu kwa mtoto wake.
And somebody disconnecting you from your parents or siblings.
That is a red flag.
A red flag. Yeah. Because ikiumana hapa,
na narudi saa ngapi?
Narudi bana.
Saa kurudi kwa nyumba.
Saa saba. It depends. Yeah.
Kuna wengine wanakuja tu wanasema alikuwa kwa video, alikuwa na watch Man U na Arsenal. The whole week.
Ndio hiyo sasa ina depend mlielewana aje.
Mlielewana aje. Yes, your red flag. That is not a red flag.
But it depends. Mlielewana aje, mlianza aje. Huenda nyinyi nyote mnaenda kwa hiyo mpira.
Na mkiwa mnakula chupa nyinyi wote, hiyo si red flag.
Hiyo si red flag.
Kuna place.
Sasa maisha yenu.
Okay. Alafu there's something that is very much crucial here is that the youth, perhaps you have a youth who is in university, then you told the youth that just have relationship, but these are the pillars. Now, the youth that has no pillars, what are the red flags that the youth should be having? That person, a youth that has not gotten to marriage, you've actually helped us to understand a youth that is in marriage, the red flags that he or she should have in place. A youth that has not yet gotten to marriage, and yet akona hao machali ambao wanakaa nao, wana interact nao, wanaongea every wakienda classes, wakiongea. At what point should that youth be careful? Hapo na ikifika hapo ni ngori, siwezi fikia hapo.
Unajua Jose, unaweza kuwa na marafiki ndio, but kuna venye wana divert akili yako. Kuna mwenye anataka tu twende tuibe hii, twende tujaribu hii, tukunywe hii, tufanye nini?
Hiyo ni red flag.
Hiyo ni red flag. Ama pia whatever applies in that marriage it still applies here, whereby we are friends, but there's that over criticism. You criticize everything that I do. You are never satisfied. You can never appreciate me. Yeah. Surely we need to appreciate each other.
That is good friendship.
Yeah. I need to appreciate you the way you are. I should not talk badly about you. Because, you know, when I'm talking badly about you with another friend of ours, that is no longer friendship. A good friend should tell you when you are going where you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to tell you in your face that just know. Hapo naye penye unaenda siku nzuri. Mimi naona ama achana nayo.
Now to that you that kuna hii kitu wanaitwa courtship. They call it courtship. I'm courting. I want to know I want to know him more. I want to know her. This aspect of courtship, many youths have found themselves. What are the red flags that a youth should use to make sure that hajaingilia institution mbaya yenye itamuumiza, yenye itampigia nini? Kwa sababu saa nyingine hana the pillars, maybe ako kwa college, ako kwa university, yet there's somebody that wants relationship ambayo ina lead to marriage. Maybe wako fourth year, hapo ndio sawa wanataka kumaliza. So unajua saa hapo haiwezi kuletea mtoto, haikuletea hata na karibu kumaliza. Hiyo pia itakuwa sana. So what kind of red flag should these youths have when in this journey? For example, anataka kuingia courtship. What pillars should the person has as a red flag? Hii kifika ina nini? Inaweza angusha
pabaya. Okay, kama uko kwa niseme kama courtship. Have somebody, yani mtu mwenye anaweza kukupigania. Kama ni wote tunaenda na wewe. Si eti kama naenda wewe niko peke yako. Wewe huko.
Na si anaweza fanya hizi vitu kama baada mjaingia. He can do those things before getting you into marriage. Then once
yeah, there's some situation whereby a man or a woman is so good during courtship. Hadi anakuconvince ni huyu nimepata.
Pesa pia anakumwagia kama njugu. Ukitaka kwenda wapi Dubai,
anakupea.
anataka kupeleka.
But akishapata Kenya alitaka,
Anakudamp.
anakudamp.
So what red
Ama
flag should?
si hata mambo na kudamp, si tayari amekuwa anafanya vitu zingine sasa.
Opposite to what you expected. Now, as a person who is mature enough, who is really exposed to the media and relationships, what exactly should this youth have as red flag so that hata kama pesa iko, anasema kuna kitu lazima nichunguze out of kitu yenye mzazi wangu aliniambia, because mzazi aliniambia that once you get to a journey of courtship, these are the things that you need to do. Because I remember one day I told some girls, some boys in university that if you want to know the truth in somebody, tell the person, I want to take you to my pastor or my mother or my father to see you, and go prove yourself that you are a man enough to marry me, or to prove yourself that you are the right lady that can be in my life. Is that the way of also handling the red flag? Akisema mimi sitaki maneno, si tunataka tukue tukisirisiri.
Mambo ya kisirisiri.
This one, let us keep private. Let us keep it private. We don't want to engage that party. It is between me, the two of us.
You know, mwenye nakwambia mambo ya kisirisiri, that person is isolating you in a way. Why do I say anakuwa isolate? Because unaweza pata umegroove na yeye for so long, kila mtu amejua hapa kwa kampo, lakini kwenyu hajulikani. In case kitu ikufanyikie kesho, hata kuwa answerable, because ilikuwa kisirisiri, haikujulikana. So mambo na relationship na kisirisiri, kama ni siri iwe tu siri, but vitu zenye zinaweza ekwa wazi ziwe wazi.
Sana ajulikane wazazi.
Ajulikane tu kwa wazazi, kwa watu wenyu, mimi nijulikane kwao. That is,
so that in case kitu imefanyika, there is an official way of handling.
Exactly.
Yes. That is actually the red flag that needs to be seen. Kisirisiri kikoa hapo, hiyo ni red flag.
Hiyo toka, because anaweza like jana tu tulikuwa tunaongea, mtu akasema jamani, hii mambo ya sirisiri, kuna time nilikuwa na Charlie, na huyu Charlie hakutaka nijulikane na wengine, kumbe alitaka kunitoa kama kafara. Wow. Hii vitu ya kisirisiri imeua watu wengi.
Kisirisiri pia una
bana, imeua watu wengi. Imeua watu wengi.
Now in an red flag in social media, you find a lady just boarding a vehicle to Mombasa. The person he has never seen, the thing that the person has done to him, to her rather, is only sending money to her, go make your hair, go make your nails, then what do you want to eat? Amekuchapia 5,000 hapo 5K. Then all of a sudden you trust this guy. You've never seen him, you never had time with him, then you just bought a vehicle, you find yourself in an Airbnb, then at the end you are being killed. The announcement is made in the media. What are the red flags in social media?
I tell you, let me expound on that.
Yes.
What really makes ladies to run for such things is you as a lady not working hard. You want quick money.
Quick money.
Yeah.
So you should want slow money.
You want quick money? No, just make me fast. Make me fast. Take me slow. You want quick money where you have not worked for this money. You don't know the center of the money. You don't know the source of the money. My friend, be careful. Because sincerely, so many people have also died through that way. They have. The person involved in sending the money will not be found. Why? Personally, as the receiver of the money, you don't even know the person. You have never seen the person. You only saw the money.
And the profile picture of the person in the social media, for example, in Facebook, is
Is a
different.
Mzungu.
Is a Mzungu, but is like from coming from a certain nation,
Yeah.
which is not even the West. Then unajipata tu hapo ndani.
Yeah.
He calls you, come to Airbnb, Kilaleshwa. You go there.
Yeah.
Confident. What happens with the ladies? They always trust very quickly, and they just walk like, to say in quote unquote, like sheep, just going to a slaughterhouse.
Okay, let me tell you.
What makes them to trust much like that? To the point that anaweza jipata tu kwa matabani. Is it the money that the person sent?
Yeah, there are those who are
Akienda atapata mingi
There
sana
are
kuliko.
those who are they are eager to get that money. Yeah. Me, what I can tell ladies or youths, love the money from your sweat. That money from your sweat is very sweet. Very, very sweet.
And very secured.
Very secured. Because you know its source. These are the ones of quick one. My friend,
All that glitters is not gold.
it's not gold. Because whoever is calling you to Mombasa will tell you that don't tell anyone. Why are you being told not to tell anyone?
And the person you have never even
Huh?
seen.
Imagine
Hey,
you
We
are
only
not
met on
trusting
Messenger.
us as who have stayed with you since you were born.
hey.
You are trusting a stranger because he sent 10,000. Now, what is 10,000 compared to your life?
What is 10,000 compared to your life?
Yeah.
So you need to value your life and value the people that have been with you from the childhood.
Exactly.
Lakini akikutumia akikuchapia 5,000,
What is 5,000?
amekuchapia kama mzazi wake, amekuchwa, umepata Nyerog account. Nyathina ne nyathima tije, what you teach maberende. Nyathina ni somo to pedha.
Wacha nikwambie. Mzazi mzuri lazima uulize mtoto amepata pesa wapi. Because I believe at the moment I should still be providing for my children. Now, when I just get M-Pesa alert here of 50,000 from my child, I have to indulge this child.
Amepata wapi?
Lazima niambie hii pesa ametoa wapi.
Sasa nakwambia mama nimeshuka
No.
tu shule.
Lazima uniambie umeipata wapi. Tell me your source.
Ili nijue.
Yeah, wacha nijue source yako. Because when I through your source, I'll help you. I can tell you, Baba, please return that money. I'm reversing this. Kindly return. We still need your future.
Hey, you are a very strict parent. Can a parent return that money? That is actually the question that they need to ask. The question that we asked you, and still we are asking you, what parameters do you use to differentiate an healthy relationship versus the healthy relationship? Now, basically, Rebecca, how there are youth that have found themselves into unhealthy relationships. How can they trace themselves back to a healing situation whereby they are healed? Kwa sababu maybe alijipata kwa hizo vitu ambazo amejipata kwao.
Yeah.
Now, what exactly should these youth do to really recover to his or her original glory?
First, the victim, accept your situation. When you accept the situation you have been found in, it becomes easier to help you more than the person denying. For instance, when I'm a drug addict and I'm denying that I, as Becky, I've never taken drugs, yet you always see me smoking. You see? It becomes so difficult to help me. So accept the situation where you have been, you have found yourself in. Then let's move forward. How? Try to leave your associates, those who had made you to find yourself in that situation. Try to leave them behind. Start living positively. Be willing to change, because when someone is a drug addict or sex addict, whatever addict the person is in, if he or she doesn't want to change, my friend, you can never change that person.
You can never change.
Yeah, because change is inward built.
It is something that begins from inside, not from outside to inside.
It's inward built.
Now, what role are the parents, should the parents play in promoting a recovery process? Because maybe this youth has really gone through that stage which you never expected him or her to get into. Then you make that as a point of discussion, you throw words at him or her. Now, what kind of responsibility should parents play in enhancing recovery process, quick recovery process of these youth that has been a victim or is a victim of that unhealthy relationship?
Okay, as a parent, don't always refer the bad situation to be a point of reference each and every now and then. When you do that, you are killing the person. You are. Because first, the person will feel unwanted. And each and every time, anytime they see you, they will run away from you. Because whether they try to be good, you will always see the bad in them. Try to bring the positive side of them. Help them out. Tell them that, my dear, I know this thing had happened. How did it happen? Dialogue. If it so was, involve the expert. But before you involve the expert, tell him the reason or tell her the reason why you are involving the expert. Tell him or her that, please, I want you to recover. And for you to recover, you have to attend this session with this expert. You have to involve in dialogue with your son or your daughter first before you take them to the expert, okay? Because when you jump that dialogue and you just go straight to the expert, your child will not attend. They will not go.
They won't.
They will not.
But if this problem was caused by the parent, for example, the parent was basically harsh, basically not communicating, having a dialogue environment, then what kind of a parent should she or he be when this happens?
As a parent,
should he or she apologize?
Yeah. Learn to apologize to your children. Yeah. Learn to apologize, because when you apologize to them, they'll feel that they're also human. They'll feel that, in fact, hata mama aliona alinikosea, alikuja aliniomba msamaha, nimemsamehe.
It is a healing process.
It's
also
a healing process. And mkiombana msamaha, usirudie tena juu wewe ndo mzazi. You know, there are people who beat their children that I am the father. I am the man of the house, my friend. It's not a matter of man of the house.
I am the man.
I'm the man, I'm the father.
I'm the manning man.
Yeah. Please, here we don't want you. I don't know how to put it. Don't bring your muscles here. Yeah. Because muscles will not go with psychological things.
Yeah, muzzle doesn't go with
psychological things. We know you are the father, but can you act as one? Be the father we want to see.
Okay, we should differentiate a man from a father. You should not be a man more than a father. You should be a father to swallow the man within you.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting you.
Yeah.
Be the father.
Be the father we want to see.
And now what kind of a father should we?
You know, you cannot just go and be abusing everyone because you are the father. Don't just dictate the youth because you are the father. Involve these people in dialogue. Let them give you their opinion. Yeah.
Basically, give me opinion after becoming a victim.
Yes. You know, you are a victim, but we want to help you.
Oh, we want to hear from
Yes,
your side.
yes.
Yeah.
How can I help?
Yes, yes.
You know,
I'm
when
getting
I
it.
start dictating that, now,
No coming to the house at 6 p.m.
no, Abby there is the expert. Go to Abby. What are you going to do there?
Nothing. And how is that expert important to me if you cannot handle the basic side of having dialogue with me? Because if you cannot have a dialogue with me, how is that expert going to have a dialogue with me?
And another thing that can happen, you can force this youth to the expert. When the youth reaches there, they'll not talk.
They're square.
They'll zip.
They're just quiet.
They're just quiet.
And yet he's the one that should be helped.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. The youth, you have to be very careful when handling the youth. You have to be very careful when handling them. When they zip, what will be the outcome? Totally nothing. So you have to involve this youth. Let him or her give you their opinion. Because maybe it's out of your character that made them to rebel. It's as simple as that.
So have that kind of dialogue.
Yeah. Give them room to air out their opinion. How are they feeling? What do you want us to do now? The situation is already here with us.
Now, before we really get to that point, because you really handle it very well, this youth that uses the wrong approach of recovery, maybe he's or she's spending time to go to maybe social media to get some views of some people, how they recovered. What chances is this youth likely to face, what chances is he actually facing at the end? Is he able to get the 100% recovery, or there is inequality recovery whereby he's not going to get the full?
You know, like in our today's world of the social media, we find that parental guidance is missing. When it's missing, who remains as the parents?
Social media.
Social media. Yeah? And when a youth or youth takes to social media, as a parent you are cut out. Because you will find that your son is running even 2 pages or 3 pages, and in these pages, you will not access them. So whatever happens there, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know. And they not come back to tell you.
So it means social media is also enhancing lack of recovery. Recovery process becomes so formidable because they have found some victims that justify their victimization and say, mimi macha basa mi at break 17. Sasa nikifanya ku heartbreak. Mimi siwezi oleka kwa sababu kuoleka nilikuwa hivi. So anapatana na
hata si tulisurvive. Unadhani hawezi survive? Hata si tulisurvive, hiyo yako ni kidogo. Unaona? Yeah. Na ukisikia mtu anakuambia hiyo yako ni kidogo, unasema basi. Kumbe hakuna kenye nishafanya. Kumbe ndo ninaanza.
It's like you are a prisoner has gotten himself to prison, then amepata ma prisoners maguru. Anamwambia, uliba kuku manze.
Sasa kuku
ulibia nini?
So ibe ng'ombe, ulibe bag.
Sasa kirudi anakiba ng'ombe.
Graduate.
Social media is like how is like we can liken it to a prison to some point. If a youth has no pillars, it can actually get wrong models of information.
Exactly.
And recovery can be very hard. So what character can we see at the end if the recovery hasn't happened?
Rebellions.
Rebellion. Very tough one.
Very tough.
So the future is hopeful when rebellion is the character. What kind of future do we see? Can we see from these rebellious youth?
There's no future there. Because when the youth will handle it in a social media way,
the unhealthy relationship in Alipitia.
Yeah. I don't see the future there. Because he can do it or she can do it now beyond your expectation. they can go beyond.
They can now do it internationally. Internationally. Basically, internationally.
Yeah.
And even now the parent can really find it. And essentially they are single mothers. What exactly should they do? Because single mother goes to work, does the role of responsibility of the father. They are very important when it comes to engagement to raising their children. Maybe the single mother became as a result of divorce, maybe as a result of the death of the husband. Yeah, basically. Now, how should they behave with their children, with their youth for recovery in terms of this? Because maybe alikuwa anajituma sana kwa kazi so that she can provide for the children, yet the child returns with the degree that you said. So recovery process, what models should she use to make sure that the youth recovers well?
You know, this does not even just go to single mothers. It goes to all parents.
All parents, yeah.
Parenting, kindly try to be friend with your child. Reduce your mind to where theirs is for you to get whatever they are saying. Talk to them. Give them time. Yeah. Yani, build that rapport. Because it's not the single parents who are absent in their child's upbringing. In fact, the single parents are always very present.
Oh.
Yeah. Because you know that you are the mother and the father. They are always very, very present compared to
both parents.
Both parents. Yeah.
What of single parent that always travel from one point to another? Maybe
they can travel, but they'll always create time. Most of them create time with their children.
Okay.
They do, because they know that no one is coming. You're getting me? But in a situation,
so it means single parent can handle unhealthy.
They do.
Unhealthy relationship.
Yeah.
Repercussion of their children.
They do.
Very well.
They do.
Wow.
They do. I've said they always create time.
Okay.
For these children. They do, because already anajua hakuna mwenye anakuja, hakuna mimi.
Lazima nijitume.
Lazima.
Sasa it means single parents wanaweza handle watoto wao wakiwa wameumia.
Yeah.
Vizuri sana.
But utapata with those both parents, mtoto anaona eti mimi ni wa mama,
mimi ni wa baba,
mimi ni wa baba.
Lakini hii mentality ya mimi ni wa baba, ni wa baba, it's very dangerous. Pia
are very busy. Who will handle this child?
Na single mother ambaye ni mtu wa jaba anaenda rave.
Unajua hata kama ni mtu wa jaba anaenda rave ama nini. Anajua ni sole parent.
They know. Pia atachapa jaba.
They know.
Huyu ndio atachapa jaba, ataenda rave. Like kurikava kwake itakuwa ngumu, kwa sababu anasema mama, so wewe unachapanga hizi vitu. Ma'am, I
don't want us to judge the single mothers. They don't want to
that
judge
side,
them.
okay.
Let's not judge them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just have neutral ground for them.
Yes.
That they do better. But now, to that side that which you said I should not touch, how can this single parent handle it as much as he or she does the other things?
I've already told you that they always create that time. Because no one is coming, it's them.
Can justification be done that I'm doing this because of this, so don't do it?
Yeah.
Is it possible?
It is.
And will the child understand, or the youth understand that, and is doing because of that, so I should not do it?
You know, most single parents, they always tell the child, by now we are struggling.
Information.
We are struggling because of this and this and this. Yeah. When it reach another point, we are at this point because of this and this and this. There is always the dialogue.
Okay.
There is
There's that continuous
dialogue between the two.
That's why their children are really safe.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Rebecca Win. We are being basically, it's actually 4 minutes before top of the hour, that is 12, before 12 p.m. Essentially, we have been today discussing about youth and relationship, and we asked you a question. This is a question that we asked you. What parameters do you use to differentiate healthy versus unhealthy relationships? And I know you've gotten your side. If perhaps you're a victim of 1, 2, 3, understand that you've gotten your portion of recovery through a journalist and a very prowess media practitioner, Rebecca Wino. If you have a question, you can also ask. But the question we asked to you, what parameters do you use to differentiate between healthy and unhealthy relationship that perhaps you are in, or perhaps you want to involve yourself in as a youth? Rebecca, your parting shot. There is that youth that anasema kwamba anatamani sana siku moja akuwe kama wewe. Kukuwa kama wewe ilifanyika aje? And how can he or she reach that level?
Hey, kukuwa kama mimi.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, kukuwa kama mimi. You find that it did not just happen today, but with some resiliency and forward ever ile ya Oburu, backward no.
Never. Weka mawe, uliwekewa mawe.
Yeah.
Ndio weka mawe.
Nilijiwekea mawe.
Okay, so you develop a thick skin.
Yeah, kuendelea mbele kila mara. Because life now can happen, but whatever happened, let it not hold you down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always come up, dust yourself, move on. But before we wind up, let me talk to parents. Please, 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 get time with your child. Whether you are providing, whether you always give them money, whether what. That psychological part is the parenting. Basic needs, even donors can give them. But when you are there psychologically for them, they will never forget whatever you taught them at earlier age. They will always have them in mind, and it will always be a point of reference to them. So please, engage your children, be friends to them, give them room to discuss anything with you before they discuss it with outsiders.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Basically, that is the parting shot of your very robust prowess. I can say you are very, 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 very intelligent journalist that we need to have in this era. We've been basically on the topic, the discussion topic is the youth and relationships. This is the Comebackers show. Today we basically just said we have to mix the language because we want to address the Gen Zs and the youth at large. And essentially what I would like to say is that don't reduce your value for chips and sausage for yourself. If your parent can get you chips and sausage, have it. But if you are not able to get it, hold on, work your future well, for your future is better than what you eat today. Exactly. Let nobody say that I'm going to basically take your burden. If you lack something, approach that thing in a way that it will secure your future. That is what we can actually say for today. And we are so happy for having you around in this show that began 10 and now we are actually getting to the end point. Let's meet next Friday, same time, same place. Have a nice weekend. My name has been Joseph Okuma together with
Rebecca Awino.
Bye-bye. Until next time.